You got a 40-page PDF you don't have time to read, a dozen open tabs, an inbox that's basically a second job, and sitting in your pocket for free is a tool a billion people just started using, and most of them have no idea what it can really do. So here's the deal. Google Gemini just became the fastest growing product in Google's history. 1 billion users. That's not a typo. But everyone's using it, and it's actually good, are two very different claims. And I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm Wren. This is AI Tools Tuesday, where we test the hype so you don't have to. Today, what Gemini is genuinely great at, who should skip it, what it costs, and the honest downsides nobody puts in the ad. There's one thing it does better than almost anything else, and one trade-off you only notice later. Stick around for both. Number one, what it actually does in plain English. Gemini is Google's AI assistant. You type or talk, it answers, like texting a very fast, very well-read intern who never sleeps. But that undersells the interesting part. Gemini isn't a separate app you have to remember to open. Google baked it into the stuff you already use. It's in Search, quietly summarizing results. It's in Gmail, offering to draft your replies. It's in Docs, in Sheets, riding along on your Android phone as the default assistant. Under the hood, it's what's called a large language model. Software trained on a staggering amount of text and images until it got weirdly good at predicting what comes next. Ask it to summarize, translate, brainstorm, write code, or explain a tax form like you're 12. It'll take a swing at all of it. Here's the twist that matters. Gemini can hold a huge amount in its head at once. Feed it a long report, a research paper, a messy transcript, hundreds of pages, and it can answer questions about the whole thing without losing the plot. That long memory is where it genuinely pulls ahead. Hold that thought because it comes back. Number two, who it's really for, and who should skip it. Gemini is for you if you already live inside Google. Gmail, Google Docs, and Android phone. If that's your world, Gemini is right there. No setup, no new account, no fifth subscription. It's for students drowning in readings, for anyone who writes for a living, for the curious person who wants a free, capable AI to poke at. Who should skip it? If you're deep in Apple's world, iPhone, Mac, Apple's own tools, Gemini feels more bolted on than built in. If you need rock solid, cite every source accuracy for legal or medical work, no AI assistant is there yet, and I'll show you why in a minute. And if you already pay for a different assistant you love, Gemini probably isn't different enough to make you switch. Being everywhere isn't the same as being better everywhere. Number three, let's make this real. 3 quick stories. Story 1. A student has 4 scientific papers due tomorrow and time for maybe 1. She drops all 4 into Gemini and asks for the main argument of each, plus where they disagree. 2 minutes later, she's got a map of the debate. Not a replacement for reading, but a running start that turns panic into a plan. Story 2. A freelancer stares at a blank client email he's been dreading for 3 days. He tells Gemini the situation in 1 messy sentence. It hands back a polite, professional draft. He rewrites half of it in his own voice, but the wall is gone. The hardest part of writing, the starting, is over. Story 3. A parent needs a birthday party flyer tonight. They describe it: balloons, a friendly dinosaur, bright colors, and Gemini generates the image on the spot. No design software, no stock photo hunt. Is it perfect? No. Is it done for free in a minute? Yes. Notice the pattern. Gemini shines when roughly right. Right now beats perfect next week. Quick pause if you're already thinking of something you'd throw at it. Good. The link in the description takes you straight to it. And the free tier means testing costs you nothing but curiosity. Okay, back to it. Number 4, pricing. And read this part carefully. As of August 2026, Gemini has a genuinely useful free tier. You can do real work without paying a cent, which is a big part of why a billion people are on it. There's also a paid plan bundled into Google subscription that layers AI across Gmail and Docs and adds more storage, aimed at people who want the most powerful models and higher limits. But here's my rule, and I mean it I'm not going to read you an exact dollar figure because AI pricing changes faster than I can record this. Tiers get renamed. Free features slip behind paywalls. Paid features go free to win users. So do this. Check the official page yourself before you decide. The link's in the description. Anyone quoting you a precise price for an AI tool 6 months from now is guessing. Verify, don't trust. Number 5. What nobody tells you. The honest part. Pros first, then the stuff that isn't in the commercial. The pros are real. It's free to start. It's genuinely strong with long documents. That big memory I promised we'd come back to. Image generation is built right in. And the Google integration means it's already sitting inside the apps you use all day. Now the drawbacks. 2 of them straight. Drawback 1. It's inconsistent. Ask the same question twice. You can get 2 different answers. One sharp, one confidently, completely wrong. AI people call these hallucinations, which is a soft word for it made something up and said it like a fact. Gemini does this. They all do. So for anything that actually matters, a medical dose, a legal clause, a number in a report, you check it against a real source. Every time, treat it like a bright intern, not an oracle. Drawback 2, the privacy trade-off. Free has a price, it's just not on the receipt. What you type can be used to improve Google's systems, and by default some conversations get reviewed. You can turn a lot of that off in the settings, and you should look but understand the deal going in. Don't paste anything you'd panic about a stranger reading. Passwords, medical records, your company's secrets. And the everywhere thing cuts both ways. Baked into search and Gmail sounds great, but some of those features feel half-finished. A summary you didn't ask for, a suggestion that's just noise. Powerful and polished aren't the same thing yet. So, that loop from the top. The one thing that makes Gemini genuinely worth trying? That long memory. The ability to swallow a giant messy document and actually reason across the whole thing. For students, researchers, anyone buried in reading, that alone is worth the download. And the thing nobody warns you about? It'll deliver that summary with total confidence even when a piece of it is invented. The superpower and the catch are the same trait. It always sounds sure. Your job is to stay the one who checks. Here's the honest bottom line. Gemini is a genuinely capable, genuinely free AI that's strongest if you already live in Google's world, as long as you treat it like a fast, brilliant, occasionally wrong assistant instead of a source of truth. For a free tool, that's a remarkable deal. Just go in with your eyes open. If you want to try it, the link's in the description. Start with the free tier, throw a real task at it, and see if it earns a spot in your week. If this saved you some time, subscribe. Every Tuesday, we put another AI tool through the honest test. I'm Wren. Go make something. See you next week.